Well, good afternoon again. We are back in the ABN broadcast studio, our speaker's corner here at the Canadian Rheumatology Association and Arthritis Health Professions Association annual meetings. There's a ton of science going on at this meeting and several areas that are of great interest to me personally as a person living with rheumatoid arthritis. I'm Cheryl Koehn. I am the founder and president of Arthritis Consumer Experts, and it is my great honor to actually introduce to our Facebook audience Dr. Laetitia Michou, who is from the University of Laval, and she's an associate professor there, and she has a specialty in endocrinology and nephrology. And rheumatology, and she is a rheumatologist and also a scientist, and we are so excited to have you here. She's going to tell us a little bit about her work and her institution, your specialité, and then she's going to give us a little bit of an overview about a great honor that you have the opportunity to bestow on a colleague of yours. So I'm going to take it away.
So I'm an associate professor of medicine at University of Laval in Quebec City. I am a rheumatologist, but I am also an alpine clinical scientist. I have a small lab in my hospital, and I have a training in human genetics. I did a master and a PhD in human genetics, and I am working on genetics of bone diseases, such as disease of bone, atypical femoral fracture, and also genetics of rheumatoid arthritis also.
So our audience is very interested to crawl inside your brain, doctor, because it's the how and why question that never gets answered.
Yeah, so I think with the technology we have now for genetic investigation, we can answer some questions about how some patient can answer to some treatment or can have some side effect to some treatment. So we have now the possibilities to answer those questions, but we need to see how to translate it into the practice, how it can be used by a rheumatologist, and how can it be validated to make sure that it is reliable. And so I'm working on this topic, which is called personalized medicine or precision medicine. So it's referred to medicine related to biomarkers that can be measured in the blood of patients.
Right, and so in that way, it is highly personalized.
Yeah.
And it is precise.
Yeah.
And those two, I think most people, when you read in the lay, newspapers and things, they don't quite appreciate the distinction between the two.
Yeah, personalized is what we do in medicine since...
Everything is personalized today. Yeah.
If you have an allergy, I will not prescribe this drug. It is personalized.
Right.
Precision is different. It is another step. It is when you will just take the blood, make analysis in the lab, and just personalize your management depending on the result of the laboratories. So it is more precise.
So you know as a rheumatologist yourself that what drives us patients crazy is not having that definitive answer from you. When I say, well, which one should I start on? Where do I start? Where do I go if that one doesn't work? Right now, that conversation is quite, I call, wobbly. So your work, hopefully, now and as you learn more in your work, will mean there's less wobble in that discussion. You go, well, this one, Cheryl, because this is what we found in your blood, basically.
Yeah. With the technology we have now, we are able to characterize biomarker, but what we need is to be able to translate it into the practice, to be able to use it every day.
So from the bench, the basic science lab, to the bedside.
Yeah.
And what are the challenges in that process? I'm curious, and I think our Facebook fans and viewers would be curious too.
There is not so many technological challenges because the technology is correct.
Right.
But it is more, the barriers are more related to how to announce the result, who will interpret the result. Is it the rheumatologist? Does the rheumatologist be able to interpret a genetic analysis? How to express the result, a level of risk?
Right.
Yes, no. We are not ready for this step. Another step is ethical, legal, and social issues.
Right.
Insurance, who pay the test, everything. Here we are not ready there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that patients are ready to earn a lot of results in the same time. If we start with genetic analysis, we will have a huge quantity of results. But not everything is relevant for a patient. But
And there might not be something you can do about something that tests positively or negatively.
Or maybe we will find other results
Right.
in addition to what we are looking for. So we will say everything. We will just make a priority to say just what is relevant for the patient. So how to give the answer to the patient, we need to work on that.
Yeah. How do you talk to your fellow basic scientist clinician across the country? Are you networked in any way? Do you know what your colleague out in Alberta is doing, or in Halifax, or how do you know? I mean, we have not a lot of research dollars in arthritis.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
anyway. I think most would agree,
Yeah.
who work in the field. How do we maximize the dollars we get? Are you conscious of that? Do you guys network? Do you kind of crawl through each other's file drawers to make sure you're not doing their last failed experiment?
Every time when I start a new project, I always refer to the literature, to abstract, to make sure that it has not been done already by some other people.
Okay.
And in Canada, we are just reviewing the work of the others. So we are always aware who do what, when, which fund. So it is a small community of researchers, so it is easy to know what is done. But outside Canada, if I have an idea, and I will check if somebody did it, because if it has already been done, I will do another project.
Or you'll layer on top of that and take the knowledge
or
further.
improve the technology or add something else, but not reproduce the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us, Laetitia, you have the honor of giving an award to someone very special to you, Dr. Jacques Brown. Tell us about him and why you nominated him for his award.
So I have known Dr. Brown for many years now, so I'm in Quebec City. It is my 10th year this year, and Dr. Brown recruited me from France, and we have worked together on Pachel's disease of bone, on genetics, and so on. So I'm very proud that he got the award this year, because I've seen him working in academic research. He works a lot, he has always good ideas, very innovative, and always has time for us. In Quebec City, he's not only a clinical researcher or a clinician. Dr. Brown do many things.
Wow.
And he has been the head of Rheumatology department for 18 years. And he's very supportive. So when we have an idea, so I started an academic career, he was very supportive to me, and always there when we have something, always have the time for us. Yeah. So I'm very happy to send back something to him.
Give the love back.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's so important, you bring something so important to our audience, Laetitia, and that's the whole mentorship piece of growing a career, not just as a clinician, but as an academician, someone who has a scientific aspiration. You can get lost in the forest, I think, quite quickly.
Yeah.
And without a strong mentor, without someone themselves with a proven track record, it would be hard, I would think.
Yeah, and just to be able to know people, to have a network.
Yeah.
So I come from another country, so he helped me at introducing me with different colleagues, different cohorts, and he helped me a lot for collaboration and for ideas too.
So you have this honor, this privilege to honor him tomorrow, and we look forward to hearing all about it, and for you to share more information about him at the gala dinner. Thank you as patients who are at this meeting. We really, you're also mentors to us in these ways, right? We see how you're recognizing your peers and your senior advisors and mentors, and I think we also try to do that in our own community. We've created awards that recognizes excellence in volunteerism and leadership, and so it's a really important thing that you're doing, so thank you so much for nominating him. I think maybe we'll go to the audience and see if there is a question.
At the research center that you work at, are there any current study opportunities for patients?
It's a good question. So,
Yeah.
so they want to know, are there opportunities? Is your work close enough to patients that you're recruiting for patients for studies?
Yes, I'm recruiting patients from Quebec, the province of
Yes.
Quebec, because
Okay.
the ethics committee
Of course,
are made
of course.
for that.
Yeah.
But probably on next year I will have a project on personalized medicine
All right.
with a survey which will be spread throughout Canada, so patients may have the possibility to share with me.
That is fantastic, and if you don't mind, we'll bother you from time to time to say, are you ready to enroll?
Yeah.
And we will get that information out to our Facebook audience. This interview will stay on the Facebook channel so that people can come back and learn about personalized and precise medicine and some of the science that goes into it. And to learn more about you, we'll share your website.
Okay.
If you wish to share more information about your lab and your work, you can send it to us and we will post it to Arthritis Broadcast Network. And on behalf of everyone who is viewing, I want to thank you. You've been so kind to drop in and have a little chat with us. We hope it wasn't too scary. We tell everyone we're nice, nobody's going to get hurt. Come on in and chat. So it's really nice. It's not often that we as a community of patients get to hear from people like you. So we are sort of doubly appreciative and honored that you took time to visit. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, too.
You have been
Thank
totally,
you.
and your accent's beautiful.